You know, I just realized I'm standing in my garage looking at a camera, and I ask myself, why am I doing this? And um, and this isn't clickbait. There's huge news coming, but I think it's important to address something because I think in today's world, like social media and YouTube fame and all that, sometimes people look at videos and it's just like, oh, another guy. But I think for me, it's it's an outlet. Um, I don't know about you guys, but like a lot of my family, a lot of the people that I know, they're not into cars. They're just not. They don't know anything about cars, and they just get in one and A to B, and that's fine. I don't judge them for it, but what it leaves me with is like, I read about cars, watch videos, watch other YouTube videos. I work on my car, drive my car, try to go to as many car events. So I pretty much have all this, like, it's a hobby, it's a love, and so this is an outlet for me to kind of reach out and meet people and talk to people and share the things that I love about cars. So without further ado, I know it's kind of like, well, where'd that come from? I just thought it's important to kind of, be real for a second and let you know why I'm here. So as you can tell, there's an empty spot. I sold the S2000. If you guys don't know, I had a 2006 Honda S2000 AP2. It was a black one. It's actually I made a video about a Honda S2000 buyer's guide, and it's got 112,000 views, which is pretty cool. It was really inspiring. So I had the car, I modified it, I drove it. I drove it across the country, and everything that people say about S2000s is true. They're amazing cars, they drive beautiful. But for me, I feel like, my experience, like in the S2000 buyer's guide video I talked about, it might be different for others, but for me, there was just a few things that, like Honda did amazing. The engine's a masterpiece, but there was small things here and there that is common with normal wear and tear, but I pretty much got to the point where, I got the car where I wanted it to, I enjoyed it, and then I think it was time to move on to something else because I wanted a little bit more power, and I wanted something that was, something that kind of makes your heartbeat pump just a tiny bit more. Maybe it's an addiction, but S2000, great car, great experience, and I'm glad somebody who's gonna love and appreciate bought it, and that's exciting. So there's three options I have. I've been taking the time to research and look around, and one of them is a Porsche 911. So especially or specifically the 997. I did a lot of research. The 997 does come with its problems. A lot of people believe that the 996 is the only one with the IMS issues, but the 997.1, those 911s also have issues. There was a single and double IMS that kind of, there was a development stage in the IMS issue, and then they did away with it later on in the later 997.2 generations, and then of course the 991s, which started in mid 2012 and on up. So as you could tell, a lot of people love the 997s because they're hydraulic steering. If you guys don't know, the 99 went to electronic steering, and a lot of people kind of weren't happy about that. And also Porsche went into mostly turbo engines. So big changes for the 991. So the 997 was a big deal for me, but it does carry a big price tag. So I kind of wanted to keep searching for it. The 05, the 06 and 07s had a higher, well actually 05 and 06s had a higher rate for IMS failure. So you had to watch out for that. And then as you went on, there was a couple water pump issues. So what I did is I joined a Porsche Club of America test drive program. And what it is, it's you could join as a Porsche member without a Porsche, and you could look through their classifieds, and you could reach out to members and ask them questions and start negotiating some prices. So I did that. And so that's one of the cars I wanted to look at. And then the second car that I was looking at was an NSX. And between the 91, 93 NSX, there's different generations within the NSX. And then I found out that the 92 NSX, a certain amount of trannies have snap ring issues. And that's a big deal. It can cause a big issue. And if you go and bring a trailer, anytime anybody's bidding on an NSX, they're always asking if that was performed or if it was taken care of. And another thing with the NSX is that, the timing belt and the maintenance and stuff like that needs to be done. So you got to think about the NSX as a 91, 92 car, 93. It's the age is up there. And the prices are still up there. I can't seem to find a good one no less than 45,000. That's kind of like the minimum, and then they go all the way up. The only thing is I love them. They're nostalgic, they're awesome cars, they have that Senna history, they have all that engineering behind them. I think they're awesome cars. The only thing is the age and how much money you're gonna put in. And if you want to kind of avoid from having to work on it a lot, of course those better cars that are taken care of are gonna go for a lot more than 45. So that puts you in a different range. And then the third car, it's completely off base, but it's a 2014, 2015 Lotus Evora S. Now there's a Lotus Evora S and then the 2+2, which is back seats, but they're not really back seats. And the Lotus Evora S, the reason why I like it is because it's got a great body lines. I love it, but it's got a supercharged Camry engine. And what I love about it is, as you can tell, Lotus isn't a huge car manufacturer, huge brand. So there's always that risk for them to go bankrupt. And my biggest concern with that was like, okay, well, if it's got an exotic engine that's built, and if it's got, a lot of things that are you can only purchase it or source it from the company, that could be an issue. But they put a Toyota Camry engine in there and supercharged it, and apparently it's extremely reliable, it's really fun, and it's a good car. So I thought, hey, that's really unique. You don't see that, you don't hear about them, and they could be a great driving experience. So those are my three cars. I have an empty slot, not only in the garage but in my heart. I'm excited because all three cars are fantastic. All three cars plan to be manual. All three cars plan to be something really a step up for me. A big, I feel like it's a goal, a big dream of mine to be stepping into something like this. And I'm super excited. So we're actually going to go look at a few, and some of these cars are going to take us across the country, which is going to be exciting. And I'm most likely going to drive away with one, and you guys will be able to see the experience of us buying it, and hopefully us driving it back and seeing what we run into, as far as like running into like museums or other cars or other people, and just the experience of the new car itself. So stay tuned, hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.